The Lego Batman movie is already considered one of, if not the best animated superhero film of all time. And honestly, that's fair. It's funny, it's sharp, it's packed with deep cut references, and it understands Batman way better than any movie made of plastic bricks has any right to. But I don't think that's the interesting part, because the more I rewatch the movie, the more convinced I become that this isn't just a great animated superhero film, but it might actually be the best Batman movie ever made. It's not because it's darker or more gritty like other versions, but it's because it understands something about Batman that most serious Batman films completely miss. Now, look, yes, the movie is absolutely stacked with Easter eggs. There's Condiment King, Kite Man, even Calendar Man, characters most Batman movies would be embarrassed to even acknowledge. And the thing is, the movie doesn't stop to explain any of them, they just exist. There's no dramatic pause, there's no deep low moment. This version of Gotham is just like that, and at first, it feels like it's just fan service. Like the movie is just flexing how much Batman history it can fit into one runtime. But I don't think that's actually what's going on, because the movie isn't using Batman's ridiculous history as a joke. It treats it as normal, and that does something really important. It makes Gotham feel huge, not clean, not designed around one man. Batman isn't operating in a neat little sandbox built specifically for him. He's surrounded by decades of chaos, mistakes, old villains, weird villains, even forgotten villains, which is exactly how Batman should feel. Most Batman movies strip everything back. They simplify the world so Batman can stand in the middle. The thing is, this movie does the complete opposite. It overwhelms you, and that matters, because Batman is a character who's defined by control, and this Gotham feels like something that can't be controlled. And that leads into the thing this movie absolutely nails. This Batman isn't alone because it's cool. He's alone because it feels safer. And I don't think the movie ever says that outright. It just kind of lets you notice it. Look at how he lives. The way he fills every second with noise, music, TV, anything to avoid silence. Because silence means thinking. And every time someone tries to get close to him, Alfred, Robin, Barbara, literally anyone, he just shuts it down completely. Not in a dramatic, tragic way, in a really awkward human way, like someone who's already decided, yeah, I'm not doing that again. And that's what makes this version of Batman hit harder than most live action ones. His isolation isn't framed as an aesthetic, it's framed as a coping mechanism. And this is where the movie quietly becomes devastating, because Batman isn't driven by rage here, he's driven by fear. Fear of letting someone matter, fear of losing control, fear of repeating the same pain that made him Batman in the first place. And instead of turning that into some big dramatic monologue, the movie turns it into comedy. It does sound weird, but it works, because jokes are how this Batman avoids being honest. Every emotional beat is undercut with humour, not to make it meaningless, but because Batman doesn't know how to sit with it. And honestly, that feels more real than most Batman movies that take themselves deadly serious. And then there's the Joker, who in this movie isn't trying to destroy Gotham. He just wants Batman to admit that he matters. It sounds silly until you realise that's kind of always been the point. The Joker defines himself through Batman. Batman refuses to acknowledge that. And instead of making that epic and mythic, the movie makes it awkward, like a breakup where one person refuses to admit the relationship even existed. And the wild thing is, that dynamic actually makes Batman look worse, because the Joker is honest about needing Batman. Batman is the one pretending he doesn't need anyone. Robin isn't a sidekick in this movie, he's actually a threat. It sounds strange on the surface, but it's because Robin represents connection, family, vulnerability. The idea that Batman doesn't have to be alone to be effective, and Batman hates that idea. Not because Robin is annoying, although he can be in parts, but because Robin challenges the lie Batman tells himself, that being alone is the only way this works. And this is why I think the Lego Batman movie quietly beats most Batman films. It doesn't treat Batman like a power fantasy, It treats him like a damaged person who built a costume and myth to survive. It understands that Batman isn't interesting because he's strong, wealthy, powerful. He's interesting because he's terrified of being human again. The Lego Batman movie isn't great despite being silly. It's great because it is silly, because silliness lets it tell the truth. And the truth is, Batman doesn't need to be darker. He needs to be honest. And weirdly enough, this might be the most honest Batman movie we've ever had. If you like this video and want more breakdowns, drop a like and hit the follow button. I'll see you in the next one.